new home. Have so much to talk about today, guys. I am so pumped up about making this video, and I'm making it later than I wanted to because I've been busy as heck, man. Super busy to say the least because house mods. Do you guys expect anything less than me? Honestly, we move into a new property. I need to show the new property, but I gotta get my things to new property, and I gotta get new property up to DURTYMAX standard to make new property home. All right, now guys, in the true enthusiast way, I need to thank today's video sponsor. As you guys know, Enthusiast Apparel has given away some of the most insane trucks over the last 5 years. To be exact, 38 trucks, and right now is no exception because Enthusiast is leveling up in so many different ways, shapes, and forms. Guys, a hat like this, a shirt like this gets you entered for important newsflash for Kong and Lucifer. Yes, guys, there's a Lucifer 2.0 associated with Kong now as part of the dual SATIN diesel giveaway. This is absolutely insane, and now you have a chance to max out your entries for not one insane setup, but 2 insane diesel trucks that you can enter for both at the same time, and you get 30 times entries. Let me just recap real quick. So you've had a blindfold on for the last few weeks. Kong is DDG38. It's an insane satin black F450 with caramel interior that has a Keystone 415 to match. It's got a 15-foot garage and it has ambient lighting around the interior. It's extremely bougie and oh so sick. It's camping, but like glamping. It's extremely glamorous, but it's camping at the same time. And now to add into that, as Kong is coming to an end, there's Lucifer, which kicks off this absolutely sick 68mm turbo L5P DURTYMAX that's wrapped satin red on 24x14s and a 6-inch Cognito lift. Kong comes with $50,000 cash. Lucifer comes with $30,000 cash, and both giveaways are live right now with max entries as Kong comes to an end and Lucifer launches, but it's only for the next 10 days. This massive opportunity ends September 22nd. I had to let you guys know. Now guys, as per usual, all the sweepstakes are bonded and registered with a third-party sweepstakes agency, so when you get entered, the drawing is conducted by a legal third party. It's been legit since the very beginning, and it's even more legit today. We got some honkers to the left, we got a bunch of property behind me that I can't wait to show you guys today. Wait a minute, guys, I just gotta give you a quick update as well. So OnePIVT is my program specifically designed for small classes to improve mindset so you can get to where you wanna go. All of which I've shown you guys the journey of in my life is not possible without all of this right here, the real estate between the ears. OnePIVT is a small class setting that has already had a bunch of applicants, so we are taking only a few for the first round, the alpha class. So if you applied and you got an acceptance email, be on the lookout for an email soon because we are kicking off in October and I cannot wait to see and watch you grow. Well guys, welcome to the backside of the property. We are in what is my wilderness right here. So guys, it's not like it was overly planned, but it was something that me and my wife had always wanted to do. 3 months ago, I couldn't say no. By the time it was noon that day, I was at this place, and by the time it was 3 p.m., we had equitable interest and it was under contract. So boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you the new casa. Take a look at home 4.0. This is the 4th home on the vlog that I've been able to share with you guys on this absolutely incredible and blessed journey that I've shared with you on YouTube over the years. I cannot believe that we are now here versus where we started in that townhome that the OG DURTYMAX that was running a set of 355s could just about barely fit in. We are now on a little bit more of a unique property that offers some more things that we were ultimately seeking in where we want to establish and call our home. And this property right here allows us to truly do that. All right, so guys, the house is not quite white, it's off-white, kind of like the vehicles. Miss DURTYMAX and I may or may not have a preference for vehicles. Actually, I'm just kidding, it's mostly me, I like white vehicles. I especially like pearl white vehicles, and it was time that we paint match the house. I mean, let's be honest, it's a priority. It's one of those things that a tan home, it really never fulfilled that paint match desire that we as automotive enthusiasts share and fulfill, but now we got one that meets that criteria. So this is actually the home right here, but this is actually one of a few structures that I'm going to show you guys today. So we actually have our contractors out here. This is Orland from Greenville Construction. He's out with his crew and they are working on some baseboard trim today. We happen to do a few home mods to the property prior to moving in. We have actually been living in a semi-construction zone over the last few days, which is kind of part of the reason reason why I didn't upload about this sooner. I've kind of been quiet on Instagram about it all, whereas Miss DURTYMAX has been sharing some updates periodically, only for the fact that I've been extremely busy actively working in the house as well. I'm obviously a jack of many different trades, and I like to get involved. It kind of keeps the mental space up here challenged in different ways and allows me to learn and step into new things, but also apply knowledge that I've been able to accumulate over the years. By no means a GC, but I can work my way around a project pretty good, and my PM skills are semi-decent. Now, I also felt it was extremely important to thank somebody that's very critical in this entire operation, and that's Sam from LRA. I actually still have his black enclosed trailer with me right now because it's storing a few things interim to us moving into the actual house. Thank you tremendously for all that it is that you've helped in not only this move, but all the moves. Fun fact for you guys, that black trailer has helped us move from every single property that we've ever been in, literally ever on the vlog. That trailer was actually hooked up to the Mini-Max when we first got the Mini-Max, when it still had a snowplow mount on it, and we've had that trailer behind a whole bunch of other different trucks, such as Delmonico, if you guys can remember that giveaway in particular. When we were moving into Rocky Ridge, and Rocky Ridge, man, what an incredible memory that place has been. We built our dream shop there, and we turned that home into every ounce of what we wanted it to be. I learned so many things while I was at that home, and we shared so many incredible, memorable experiences there, but it never really truly actually offered all that it was that we saw it. So when this place popped up right here, it kind of felt like it just clicked right away. Not just for the color of the home. I mean, all jokes aside, paint match homes are obviously important to us true enthusiasts, but there are other factors too that we're gonna get into here shortly. If you do want to catch that video of the full Rocky Ridge home tour, I'm going to link that right up here so you guys can go check it out. It's definitely worth the while of watch, especially with some of those mind-blowing look back pictures that we put of the inside of the house. It's kind of crazy to think it was even the same place. As we're talking, we've got an all-white driveway. It happens to be coincidental that the drywall crew is here just doing a few quick little patch repairs as well. We obviously were so grateful to own a large piece of God's country. It may or may not have a little bit more land, and the land offers way more unique attributes. Unfortunately, no harvestable land at that previous home, and we had always wanted true farm fields. And now we have quite a bit of them, to say the least. So this right here is the ultimate playground, and it happens to be actively farmed. It's actually been farmed by the same farmer for 25 years. I gotta use this as an opportunity to thank any farmer that follows me. Guys, your role is so important, and you never get enough credit. What you do is literally what nurtures all of America, or wherever it is that you're watching this video. So thank you for all that you do. Thank you for continuing to pursue your passion of farming. Thank you for picking up whatever it is that your family legacy left behind. Thank you for grinding, even though a lot of what you do, especially in today's political climate, goes so underappreciated. Just want to use my platform to pass along my gratitude on behalf of myself and every single one of my subscribers. This goes all the way back here, and my closest neighbor happens to be right there. But that is like hundreds of yards away from our house. Yes, we have all of this land right here that you guys can see, but we also have some really amazing and extremely dense woods. Not only over there, but also over there. And that happens to be the garage, so you guys aren't gonna wanna miss the end of this video because we're gonna be talking about it. Are we thinking about a potential pole building 2.0 build? I don't know, only time will tell. Now, another thing that's obviously very important for me to notice as a true green thumb enthusiast, that's ridiculous. Tell me how you're getting old without telling me you're getting old when you actually prioritize your lawn and lawn care, and obviously my love for my Skag Cheetah too. I freaking love that machine. This is my tiny itty bitty little lawn right here. We don't have anywhere near 3 acres of grass like we did at the old property. So I haven't had a chance to stripe this to my desire yet, but the lawn is actually substantially smaller, which I'm kind of looking forward to because I get to literally buy back a lot of my time. I would never in a million years, as of right now where I am in life, outsource my landscaping duties because it's one of those things that I get to care for the ground that I own. And that right there is one thing that I would never want to trade because there's nothing better than that feeling. If you're seeking to improve in life and you really want to genuinely get ahead and you want to own acreage one day, I can tell you guys that I'm no different than any of you. I never thought that this life would be possible until I started stretching myself and stepping out of my routine. I genuinely had to unlearn to relearn so that way I could start to apply the actual fundamentals to get ahead in life. Social media obviously became a huge component of that, but it was really all premised off of the whole adage that I needed to connect with people that were like-minded or in places that I wanted to get to so I could learn about how they applied these knowledge and skill sets and habits and behaviors and disciplines to get to where it is that they wanted to go. So YouTube to me was simply meet more like-minded people, and it obviously grew into something way more than that, but it still continues to serve that purpose. That right there is an extension or a little bit of taste of what OnePIVT genuinely is, because I want to extend that same favor and pass along that same level of connectedness so that way you can get ahead too. It honestly feels so surreal being out at this property and looking over that land and ripping around the quad because acquiring large bits of land can actually be quite challenging. You'd be surprised, but property like this goes very quickly, especially when it has a residential dwelling. It's a whole nother process to go out and buy a vacant piece of land. A lot of you guys want to do that, and I would never stop you from having that desire, but when it comes to the actual permit process, engineering process, site work, or should I say, lack of a better phrase, the horizontal work that happens before the vertical work of building, entitlements and all of that stuff with perk and probe and well and everything else. I just didn't want to get into the process because honestly, it takes way too long. I just wanted to wait for a cool property like this to pop up so that way we could just move all of our roots and plant them right back in. In an absolutely ideal world, of course, we would want to buy a property that was 100% ready and turnkey, but the likelihood, the statistical probability of that actually happening is extremely slim to none. As a pro tip for anybody that's in the market to buy a house, you have to buy for its potential, not so much the state or status that it's in as of right now. But of course, you need to make it yours. And garages are very tailored to a specific individual, and I was grateful enough that this property even had a detached garage to suffice for the time being. So here she is. This is the third structure that was actually added to the property in addition to this driveway, which is pretty cool because kind of somewhat downhill and it creates this really cool little private nook type feeling. This garage, I don't know the exact measurements on it, but it's actually pretty nice for what it is. I think it's about 24 or 26 foot on the front and about 32 foot deep. And the cool thing about it is the previous owner really took time to match this house, the actual property, by matching all of the vinyl siding and of course all of the rock wainscot and veneers, so it really all ties together extremely well. So I love the fact that it matches everything, and it actually has two oversized garage doors. Each one of those things is 9 by 9. All right, now I've obviously hinted pretty hard and alluded to the fact that we see potential in the property, so that brings me to the topic of a pole building. Yes, leaving the 80 by 60 was not easy by any means because we truly shaped and architected a building that was everything that I was looking for. That building was incredible in every single way, shape, and form, and I think such a desirable facet of what that property became. Pole building was something we talked about, fantasized, and dreamt about together on the vlog for years and years and years, and we actually spent the vlog building it together. That is absolutely invaluable experience, and those are memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life because not only did we get the job done, I showed myself that I could step out of my comfort zone. Now that brings us to the whole topic of pole building 2.0. This property is everything that we've sought and more, but it certainly doesn't offer the garage or detached structure that we desire. So the big question is, what size am I going to do on this house and when are we going to do it? I don't know when we're gonna start it yet, and I don't know what size we're gonna do. I don't know if we're gonna go bigger. I don't know if we're gonna go smaller. I don't know if we're gonna go the same size, but I'm starting to mull over those details. Now, as of timelines, we could start this thing as soon as this year, but realistically, I think it's gonna go into next year because we're ultimately getting into a colder season soon. And we've already got our hands full enough as is with this project, and I really don't wanna take on too many things at one time because then you kind of get taken out of the enjoyment of the process. Also, I feel it's incredibly important to mention that Orland from Greenville is a true enthusiast. Check out his LML. This thing is sick. And it really happens to fit in well with the L5P that we've got here standing oh so bullish in the driveway. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a look at the new home. We can call this one Compound 4.0 for the time being until we come up with something a little bit more unique and appropriate. But I'm so grateful, I'm so appreciative, and I'm so excited to really start to lean into this house, get unpacked from all of our boxes, and to start to call this place home.